Hanaki. Did you know that our souls are connected by fate? Well, what do you know? I'm Yuno Hanaki from production kawaii's Hanamizuki. Good morning! And Ohanaki to you. Yes, you specifically. Ohanaki. Good morning! I hope you guys have had an okay day, okay time zone. Whatever your time zone happens to be, I hope it's been good. Ojibwe. Yeah, you. You specifically, Ohanaki. Morning! Okay, so, I do have, my more normal type of work that I gotta do today, but I also have a question for you guys that are here. So, as I'm sure you will recall, I actually have to pull up the document so I can remember what incentive it was. I have a spreadsheet of all of the donation incentives that I owe from my endurance streams. I've been keeping track of it so that I can make sure that I fulfill everything that I owe. No better way to wake up than to your voice. Aw, thank you for saying so. It makes me happy to hear. I'm told I have a very soothing voice. So most people, I assume, prefer listening because it's something that can lull you to sleep. It's interesting to hear people like hearing it in the morning too. Wake up! Anyway, so what I wanted to say is, where is the... Yeah, okay, so... One of the incentives from the 24-hour stream was to get a skeb of Yukun with the Namadachi, but you guys are going to be wearing a maid dress. So, my question to you guys is, what kind of maid dress? Also, I was talking this over with Sora, and Sora has explicitly said that you guys are not allowed to request the default maid dress. You gotta choose something interesting. His words, not mine, okay? I don't particularly mind either way, but, Sora thinks that you guys should choose something that's not, like, the default maid dress look. Actually, wasn't there that one image? There's, like, that one image of, like, the different types of maid dresses. Maid dress. I feel like there's a... yeah, this one. This one. Let me, get a, let me save it. No French maid? I mean, it non-traditional. Like, non-basic, I guess. Because we're working on getting that commissioned, in the coming... days? Weeks? I'm not entirely sure, but we were talking about using part of the art budget for it and for some of the other skeb requests that have been promised. We're working on that. What did this save as? Okay. I am pulling up the image so that you guys can get some ideas and we can talk it over. And that way I can send it over to Sora. Where is the... Literally just saved it, still don't know where it is. Hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. This thing. I'll make it a little bigger. A dress that shows off our assets? What assets? Anyway, so we have the Victorian era for the afternoon and the Victorian era morning. We have mini skirt. I think mini skirt is kind of what Sora was thinking of as the default, so probably not that one. French, classical, Chinese, Japanese style, horror, steampunk, cyber, and military. 6? Why are you guys already jumping to 6? Hello? Hello? You want the swimsuit made? Are you sure about that? Angel Mort maid dress from Higurashi. I think that one would be kind of like a combination of 3 and 4. 8. Someone said 8. Oh, Japanese style. You know, that's fair. Makes sense considering who you are serving as a maid to. 6 is the only way. Why are so many of you saying 6? Down for French, swimsuit, or cyber? Cyber is underrated in my opinion. I like how cyber looks. 6 is the only way. 11 is nice too. Yeah, maybe we could do like a... I was going to say maybe there'd be a way to combine some of these. 7 or 12. So 7 is Chinese and 12 is military. Cyber sucks. How dare you? I think Cyber's cute. I like Cyber. Cyber swimsuit. Since we are Tomodachi, it'd be funny to wear one like 5, but have it be way too big for us. 5 as in so classical. Oversized. I see ya. Well, the idea is that this is going to be you guys in a maid dress serving Yukun. So Yukun's gonna be kind of the spoiled bochama, or like the spoiled young lord that you guys are tending to. So like, I guess if you wanted to wear one that was oversized and kind of silly looking, that would be okay. Free is a classic, the mini skirt, yeah, but I was explicitly told by my manager that we should avoid the default one. We gotta choose an interesting one. So 8 is the best way to go? It's not a spicy one, so I don't think we could get away with doing 6. I mean, we could. But, like, the intention wasn't for it to be a spicy one. Who said they agree with 6? Which Mane-chan? Who? Me? Oh, wait a second. I don't... Who? Good morning, you know, I'd actually been looking at the chart and where the kawaii girls would fall. Oh, that's a smart thing to try and assign. Right now, I'm picking out a maid dress for you guys. The Tomodachi, because this is for one of the donation and sent Ibs? Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to turn my dono alerts back on because I was playing Symphonia. We missed a bruh. Hold on. I have to turn my alerts back on and I'll replay the bruh for you guys. Sorry! Oh my god! I'm so stupid. I have to turn dono alerts off whenever I play Symphonia because it's part of the rules to stream it. Absolutely forgot that I had them turned off still. I'm so sorry. That's my bad. That's absolutely my bad. It's okay. I can replay alerts. OBS has a feature that allows you to replay alerts that you miss. Okay. Let me make up for that. We're gonna pretend it didn't happen, okay? Rewind.
Bruh.
Wow! I can't believe we got a bra donation. Put your bras in the chat. Reiner donated, I don't know if you guys could see it because I think the maid image was covering it a little bit, but Reiner donated, $153.79. Monthly goal reached, and when Sora says default, what comes to his mind? Mine leads to Victorian and classical in the image, so what's default? Fair question. I think Sora means, like, mini skirt. I think. I feel like mini skirt is closer to, like, the more classic, like, maid dress interpretation. It's, like, slightly more modern. It's got, like, the short skirt and the thigh highs. I think that's usually what people associate with maid these days. Just my opinion, anyway. So I think we should avoid 3. Other than that, I think the other ones are fair game. Let me adjust my goals and stuff. Thank you so much. That means we met the daily goal, and you are correct. This means that we have met the birthday goal. We got to 3K this month. I'm baffled. Thank you. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Wow. $153.79. Yeah! Let's go! Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Maid Cafe uses 3, a lot of them anyway. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I feel like that's the more common interpretation of what maid outfits look like now. So, probably not 3. Everyone was, like, jokingly, or maybe not so jokingly, saying 6 at first. We've put in another vote for 5, which is classical. 5? Okay, so it looks like 5 is starting to pick up traction. So the more, like, classical, like, the big, floofy dress. It should be a dress that fits Yukun's taste rather than ours, since we're wearing it for them. 5 or 8, so 8 is also Japanese style. Do we never joke about 6? I don't know, man. Okay. I think Yukun's tastes, huh? I mean, Yukun's tastes are just an extension of my tastes. So, I am thinking... We get it, you just don't want to be embarrassed around us? Well, first of all, it's not gonna be me, it's gonna be Yukun. Second of all, why would I ever be embarrassed around you? You'd look beautiful no matter what you're wearing. So, like, honestly, it's technically just a matter of picking something. But, you know, Sora said that you guys are allowed to pick, so... You guys can choose. You're hiding behind the PNG, that's why... Hey, at least you remember where we are. You can't just say stuff like that out of nowhere. That's just kind of how he is. It'd be like that out here. Steampunk maid is a maid I would see in a fighting game. That's fair. But also, it's cute. I really like the headdress on Steampunk. Us being the maid makes me think of when SpongeBob was in the maid outfit. That was a good episode. I really liked that episode, actually. Although, it revealed a lot of things about Squidward, huh? Very interesting. A sucker for Steampunk's gloves? Oh, yeah. They are good gloves. Those are fingerless gloves, right? Yep. I do quite love a pair of fingerless gloves, too. It just makes you feel, like, extra badass, I think. You're about to go kick a ton of butt. I'm between 5 and 8, too, I think. I'm torn. I do think there is something quite funny about, like, the really floofy skirts. But I think the like inherent like shy appeal of how the default reference for 8 looks is good. You guys can't see my cursor, but I'm like circling it. I'm like, look at how demure she looks. But yeah, we're not doing... I don't think we should do swimsuit. We will hold on to that one, though. I will make a note that you guys like that one. Ah, yes, I see. Doesn't see. I know, I just said you can't see. It would be more fun. Wait, there are 3 types of Damadachi. You can choose 3 maids. I think the intention is to just get the one Damadachi. I think the intention is just to get the green guy. Technically 4. Yes, there are 4. There is my little white guy, the Soulfire. But, I think the intention is to get the green one, because the green one is meant to be the every Dachi. the lay Damadachi. So what do you think would look good in green? Mine makes you want to hug her. Oh, the horror one? The ghost? I mean, that makes sense. She's been through a lot. She is a ghost and/or zombie. This is for me and everyone later on. Choose 4. 4, huh? A surprise new contender. I do quite like French. Although I think the main reason I like French is because I like Twin Tails. I am guilty of being a Twin Tail enjoyer. You would know if you were around for the Show by Rock watch along where I was gushing and crying about Rethery. Twin Tail girls. Love. The thing about French is we lack the legs for those thigh highs. Well, you guys are gonna be given, like, a body of sorts. It's just going to have the Damadachi, like, head on it. It's going to look very silly. 6 has twin tails. Okay, yes. And that's why I do like it. But again, we're not going for a spicy one here. The body will consist of a head and realistic legs. I mean, I assume so anyway. I'm not actually sure. We haven't picked out an artist yet. Temporary legs for Mado purposes. So true. Let's be spicy. Guys, please. Okay, what if I send this image to Sora, and I'm like, hey Sora, they say that they want 6. Maybe we should see what Sora thinks first. Is 6 spicy? It doesn't leave much to the imagination. Number 3 and 4 does it more? I do think 4, leaves more to the imagination in that context. Okay, hold on. I'm sending the image to Sora. Watch him just be like, what are you doing? I know I told you to ask for their thoughts, but... I showed them this image to get ideas, and they all keep saying... 5, 6, or 8. But mostly 6. We will see. Notifications are snoozed right now, so there's a chance that I won't get a response right away. But sometimes, Sora reappears randomly. So there's a chance. We will see if we get a reply. But I did write down that you guys had other preferences if we don't do 6. I am very curious what he's going to end up saying. But anyway, I will hold on to this for later. In case I get a confirmation later in stream. If not later in stream, I might post about it later, like on Twitter or something. Okay. Well, that's one order of business done for now then. Okay, now I have to actually get to the actual thing I'm supposed to be doing, which is writing scripts, but not for me this time. If you guys were paying attention to Kaya's Donathon, you know that she hit some incentives for ASMR videos. I have been asked to write scripts for both of them. So that's what I'm working on today. Oh, did I already get a reply? I love Sora. That's a good response. So it looks like Sora is actually kind of okay with the idea of 6. Although, he's saying that it's very cold, so you guys might get too cold. No, we're not necessarily going with it. Sora thinks that it might be too cold. It's very much a you'll get cold, sweetie. So like somebody else said, we should probably wait for summer. Oh, okay. So, to appease you, Sora says we will do 6 for the summer because it's cold, sweaty, and we will. Emphasis on will. So, we have gotten confirmation that 6 is coming eventually, but for now, we're probably gonna choose a different one. He called us sweaty? No, it's a meme. It's a meme. You'll get cold, sweetie. But like misspelling sweetie to be sweaty. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a weird meme. Anyways. Not literally calling you sweaty. Our treasure has been delayed. It has. It looks like Sora's other preference was 8, so we might be going with 8. Which is the Japanese made then. Are we good with that? Would you guys prefer 5 or 8 as like the first one? Eight is good for sure. Yee. 8's nice. Okay, sick. Eight is on theme with Oni, but 4 is better. This is fair. But I do think between the two, at least, we should probably stick with 8. 8 is Japanese style. Five would have been classical. Okay. Then your maid dress has been picked. Although it seems that there will be plans to revisit this in the summer. You guys will get to live out your summer maid dreams. Just in the future, though. Not right now, in the future. Why not 6? Because it's too cold. Sora doesn't want you guys to be cold. Okay, okay. Also, the reason I laughed is because Sora's first response when I told him that you guys were talking about 5, 6, and 8 the most, but particularly 6, he was like, "Oh, they're feeling real spicy." 6 for summer? Yup, 6 for summer. We're becoming maid. Oh, you are! You guys are gonna become, Japanese-style maid. For a future skeb request, or art request. Might not necessarily be through skeb, but future art request, yes. That was a dono incentive from my birthday, endurance stream. But yeah, first it's gonna be Japanese-style maid, and then in the summer you guys will get to be a swimsuit maid. Maybe we'll draw a different Damadachi color for that one. Maybe that will be the Oni light. Dama spicies, please. Dama is already like is already the word for like the fire sphere, so you guys are just like a spicy fireball. We can make it work. I love the confidence you guys have. Some of you were like, "Oh no, I don't know if we have the leg game to pull it off," and then the rest of you are like, "Nah, we got it." We would look so good in 6. I love that for you. I love your confidence. What do you mean, so Italian? It's not a meatball. It's a fireball. That's not the same thing. Confidence is key. That's true. If you feel confident when you're wearing it, it will look good on you automatically. It's all in how you wear it. Not what you're wearing, it's how you wear it. This is very true and factual. We worked our legs for this occasion. You have the remainder of winter and a little bit of spring to continue to work on your leg game. You'll be all good. We are meatballs. You are not meatballs. You are the representation of a human soul, but like through a fire orb. You are not a meatball. Please. The point is that you are non-corporeal. I hate to tell you this, but meatballs, corporeal, quite physical even. We did so many squats floating up and down. I'm so proud of you. Exercise is important. And you guys are shapeshifters, so technically you could extend, I guess, to a point where you could have the limbs to actually do squats. That's why you're going to have more of a humanoid form in the commission. What about the idea of a meatball? Meatball as a concept. Rendering into very philosophical territory here. I didn't expect Yuno to gaslight us like this. I'm not gaslighting! What do you mean? What about what I'm saying is gaslighting? I'm just telling you that meatballs are a physical thing, and you guys are non-physical. You do not have a corporeal form. You exist. You're just, you can't be a meatball. Humans are basically meat, so the soul is a ball, so human souls are meatballs? No. No, that's not it. It's more of a stove light if we're making meatballs. Yeah, you guys are the gas in the gas stove that allows you to fry up the meatballs. Does that make you feel better? Do you like that better? You can make meatballs. No. At least you're honest. Silliest conversation. I want to be the meatball. Okay, but we've actually been over the fact that you guys can possess objects. So while you yourselves are not inherently a meatball because you are non-corporeal, technically, you could possess a meatball and then become the meatball. Technically. Will you still love us if we are meatball? Yes, I will still love you if you are meatball. I do like meatballs, so that's fine. So can Dominachi transform into a meatball and possess a bear to become a bigger meat? No. Once you possess the meatball, if you wanted to possess a bear, you would have to leave the meatball and enter the bear instead. Can I possess the artist's tablet to draw us as swimsuit mates? Well, you can't really do that if you don't know who the artist is going to be. Because I don't know what artist we're approaching for this yet either. What if we feed us to the bear as a meatball? Well, I guess technically if the stomach digests the meatball, you would no longer have something that you could inhabit, which would release you from the meatball form. And then you could possess the bear via the stomach? I guess? But then you would just become a stomach. You wouldn't be a meatball. And you also technically wouldn't be a bear. What if I turn the bear into a meatball? So you want to K-word the bear, and then you want to turn it into a meatball, and then you want to possess that meatball, so you would be a bear meatball? I guess so. Because technically you can make any meat into a meatball. Never heard of anyone eating bear meat, though. In-game, though. No, it would still be alive. No! That's animal cruelty! Why are you trying to hurt the bear? At least put it out of its misery by letting it not suffer. What the hell? That's messed up. This is all in-game. Right, all in-game, by the way. Which game? I don't know. This is all, hypothetical. Mr. Neil YouTube. We should all turn Yuno into a meatball. Wait a second. No, we shouldn't. No, we should not. I don't want to be a meatball. So if we possess a bear and its name is Meatball, are we a meatball? No, you guys are meatball proper noun. You are not meatball the noun itself. You are a thing named meatball. Meatball proper. No! I'm not becoming a meatball! Please do not put me through the in-game meat grinder to turn me into an in-game meatball in-game. Please don't. I do not like this assignment. You know, technically since I'm half Oni, you guys would technically be eating a person who is half a human, which means that would make you a half cannibal. Did you ever think about that? Huh? In-game, by the way. But you'd become a half cannibal. Did you ever think about that? Down for it? Hold on. Huh? What do you mean non-pork? That's the most confusing statement I've ever read in my life. What do you mean, long pork? What? Huh? Mm-mm. I'm learning too many scary things. If I had a nickel for every time I've talked about cannibalism in-game with a kawaii talent. Would you have 2 nickels, or would it be more than that? I'm just curious. You don't want to know? Okay, that's fair. Understandable. Have a nice day. Okay. Anyway, long story short, how did we even get on this topic? Right, the joke about spicy meatballs. I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's odd that it's happened twice. I love that quote. Phineas and Ferb had a lot of really good quotes, especially from Doofenshmirtz in particular, but like, that line lives in my head rent-free. Mamma mia. From maids to meatballs. Both things start with M. Technically, we aren't that far away from the original topic. Partial credit to me for still staying slightly on topic. Slightly. Slightly, though. Phineas and Ferb have a lot of great songs, too. Agreed. I forgot how good some of them were. It's crazy how Phineas and Ferb hijacked the original meaning of that saying. It's true. They're doing that, like, whole brand thing that, like, most brands or, like, IP dream of, where they're able to replace something within the mind of the everyday person. I don't know how to talk. There's a term for this. I talked about it a couple streams ago. But yeah. There's a term for when something becomes so commonplace and like common... Is the word nomenclature? Sometimes I forget what that word actually means. No. Okay, nomenclature is wrong. Anyways, what I wanted to say is, there is a term for having something become so commonplace that it, becomes like its own word, which means that the brand has that much, like, staying power. For example, the fact that Google has become so, deeply associated with the idea of looking things up on the internet to, like, answer a question, that we now have the phrase, go Google it. That's also considered, like, kind of bad also, because it means, they can't have, like, complete control over the word itself, because now Google has become a verb. But technically they only own the IP of Google as, like, the thing. You get what I'm saying? Linguistics is very interesting. I'm gonna Bing it! Yeah, unfortunately Bing does not have the same staying power. Or to go Yahoo it, also not a thing. Xerox, yeah, that's another example. I think what happened with the Phineas and Ferb interpretation of if I had a nickel is kind of similar to that, in that it's now, like, co-opting that sentence and becoming, like, associated specifically with Phineas and Ferb. But it's not the exact same. Yeah. Like how Netflix no longer means Netflix in some contexts. Ah, kind of, yeah. You talking about Google makes me think about other words that became synonymous with a thing. Kleenex for tissues. Yeah. That's what I mean. There's, like, a specific term for that. I learned it, like, forever ago in a class that I took. I just forgot. what it's called. Forgive me, it's the morning. My brain is still trying to catch up with things. Also, I just went on a very long tangent about meatballs, so might be a bit hard for me to remember the vocabulary that I know. Yeah, Band-Aid is the more classic example, I would say. Genericization? I don't think it's that. Though, like, sorta. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right, actually. The process in which a trademark or proprietary name becomes widely perceived as a common noun or verb, describing the type of product or service, often losing brand recognition as a consequence. Yeah, so, like, it's that idea, kind of like you said about, like, Kleenex, or, like, Popsicle was originally a brand, but now people associate, like, that food as Popsicle. That sort of thing. Going to get an adhesive just doesn't sound right. I know! We're so used to Band-Aid now. But yeah, similarly with, like, Google, the fact that Google is now becoming associated as, like, a verb means that it's, like, they have less control over it. Because a lot of the reason why brands have, like, copyright, you know, is to make sure that nobody can, like, use it for anything that isn't their intended purpose. But, like, it's both good because the brand itself is widespread, but also it's becoming just like a thing. Popsicle was a brand? Yeah, when I looked it up, Popsicle was one of the things that showed up as an example. We have, like, aspirin, we have Band-Aids, we have Kleenex, like someone else brought up, and then we had Popsicle. Yeah, Jell-O is also becoming known for gelatin. Hold up, Wikipedia says bubble wrap is an example of this? Really? I didn't know that one. The generic name for bubble wrap is inflated cushioning. I could never call it inflated cushioning. It's bubble wrap. That's just what it is. Apparently some linguistic terms for the situation is called broadening or metonymy. I think I've heard of it as broadening. Trademark erosion. Yeah. Air fryer is apparently another one. Aspirin, cellophane, dry ice, escalator. Really? Some of these are so interesting. Laundromat. Laundromat was another one? Glad you finished your work, Hanaki. I'm doing good. I am learning about things that have become genericized over time. I am learning things. Yeah, chapstick too. That's another good one. So this is now a learning stream. It be like that. I'm very distracted right now. It's good to learn this so you can say the original name in normal conversation and weird people out. Oh no, I got a paper cut. Quick, I need an adhesive. And everyone's like, a what? So it seems linoleum is actually the first example of, or, well, probably could be the first example of a product name that became a generic term. Linoleum is in, like, the floor cover. That's interesting. Dang, I love... I kind of really like linguistic stuff. I guess it's part of being a writer, but something I had actually considered studying at one point in my life was linguistics. So I love learning these kinds of things. In Malaysia, we usually call Band-Aid as plaster. Oh, I think they say that in the UK as well. When did Yuno turn into an education streamer? I mean, my Onimon does often end up being like a teaching situation. Granted, I haven't taught you guys about anything useful. I've taught you about fanfiction and I've taught you about hypnotism. But this is kind of in line with what I usually do. I love researching stuff. Yeah, exactly. Always has been. You will learn something during my streams. Oni-suns were the real learning time. Oni-sun was literally just a Zatsu. I don't know what you're talking about. The stream has been made into an Onimon. Yeah, we're here now. I certainly cannot convince my brain to focus on writing. Oh, Hanaki! Welcome in! Hope you've been having a good morning. Only soon, please. Kaya's script is gonna have meatballs and adhesives in it. Well, right now it has nothing. Because it is a blank page. Why don't you incorporate the facts into the writing? Because I don't think either of Kaya's prompts would allow me to. I also think she would be very confused. She'd be like, why is it like this?
An offering. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pira. 1590. Pay no attention to the dono. Okay, not paying any more attention. All I'm gonna do is add the number mysteriously. No. Imagine typing the right numbers. 68 plus 90. Ugh, I don't know how to do math. .79 plus .90. Okay, Wakata. I should have known. Fair enough. Understandable. You mean Kaya doesn't talk about plasters and meatballs all of a sudden? I should hope not. Is Colgate a universal word for toothpaste? It's... I think that that would be an example of something that is usually... It's like half and half. There's actually a list on Wikipedia here that says protected trademarks that are frequently used as generic terms. I think that Colgate would fall into that category, where people know that Colgate itself is a brand of toothpaste, but some people will still, like, maybe only know of it, will only know toothpaste as Colgate. I think. Is the math a script that you're working on? No, it was math for my daily goal. I should hope I don't have to do math when I work on a script. Maybe that's more like the soda, pop, Coke sort of classification. That might be closer, yeah. Groceries time, so I must lurk. Okay, get some yummy groceries. Get a funny little treat for the week. No nerd characters in the works. For Kaya, I mean, you guys should know what Kaya's donation goals were for. So you should know what I should be writing. Technically. Have I gotten to it yet? No. I'll do so now that you commanded that. Hell yeah. We love funny little treats in this house. I have a family member who likes Pepsi but calls it Coke. Ugh, that would drive me crazy. But yeah, Coke is actually included in here as a protected trademark that gets used as a generic term. As cool as this is, I will close the tabs now so that I can try and get a little bit done. We're nearly at the 1 hour mark. I haven't written a single word. Holds my head. My little brain. Okay. You are so lucky this isn't a stream you can get a Batsu from. Tee hee. Hee hee. Real. Just like that SpongeBob essay episode. Okay, but the thing about the essay episode is that SpongeBob eventually writes the word the. I haven't even gotten to that. A very floral looking the. I mean, is that not a form of productivity? I would say so. So you're saying SpongeBob's more productive than you? I can't help it. I was looking up cool words and learning things and experiencing education. Font size 70. No, that's too small. I thought you were gonna say that's too big, and then you would just knock it down to size 69 and be like, nice. The perfect size. What a nerd. Ugh, stop making fun of me. I find this topic really interesting, that's all. Why didn't you do your homework, Yuno? Why? Why didn't you just write your ASMR scripts? Can I get a redo? No, I told the joke for you. It's okay. You can take credit and pretend that you said that originally. I have to even remember what the prompts are. My brain. Kaya is going to cry because you didn't write these scripts. Well, I mean, she doesn't need them right this second. Ah, thank you for the super chat. Hello, Yuno, I hope you are doing well. I am. Haven't been super productive, but it be like that sometimes. But it's still good. Oh, right. Okay, it was these two. It was these two. Okay, I know now. I know now. I don't need Kaya in front of my door singing sad songs. Did you guys ever end up letting her in? Or was she just singing sad songs forever? Back when I was a kid, my teacher asked me to do a 15-page essay, but I only managed to type 5, so I used a really large font size to cheat. Apparently the teacher was tricking me to type more. Oh man, that's messed up. So you're saying, like, everyone else had a smaller page requirement, but they needed you to do 15? The font trick does work quite well. There was something similar that I did when I was in my classes, where instead of the font, though, I just changed the margins very slightly, so it caused my words to take up more space on the page. I only did it, like, once, though, because I was normally pretty good about writing my papers. That reminds me, I was extremely petty in one of my English classes when the teacher said she was shocked I was still in her class. So I wrote a 10-page essay in font 9. She let me alone after that. Not size 9! That's so tiny! Oh, I'd go crazy. 10 pages in font size 9. Ugh. Okay. You know, I probably should have asked Kaya for more details about what she wanted these to be about. Like, I know what the general premise is for both of them, but I feel like I should have asked for more specifics of, like, do you have any ideas for, like, what you would want this to be? Because right now, all I know is, like, the length, kind of. She gave me, like, a rough ballpark for how long it should be. That in itself is doable. It's just thinking about an actual scene now, which means I'm probably going to have to do some, deep brain thinking. I passed, only losing score in font size. Hell yeah. Love that for you. This means you can get her to say whatever you want. Technically, yes. I also have control over what, alter says. This will be the first time I write something as alter as well. Deep brain thinking. I'm just trying to get my brain to do anything. I spent so long looking at the Wikipedia list of brand names that have become generic. Are you writing an essay? No, I am writing ASMR scripts for Kaya. Or at least I will be, once I think of an idea in my funny little brain. But once again, I am distracted by my urge to just chat. It's hard to focus when all I want to do is just chat about random things. Your brain is already funny like your jokes. Thank you. See, somebody thinks I'm funny. If there's even just one person who thinks I'm a little bit funny. Chat is your muse. That is quite the claim. Although that is true. I have often come to you guys for ideas before. Multiple times, even. Sure is gonna be fun when the Kaya and Alter say nice things about Yuno for 10 minutes video drops. No, I wouldn't do that. This is supposed to be a treat for, you know, you guys who helped her meet these incentives after all.
May the Oni lights guide you back to me.
Chatting with you is fun, which is why I'm excited for the meet and greet later. Ah, I'm excited too! Thank you very much for buying a ticket. Want to hear some of my best jokes? Don't worry, I'll pick the most so ones. Sure? I don't see why not. You're doing that too? What, the meet and greet? Yes, I am. I didn't do a very good job promoting it because they were announced during my break. So I didn't do a very good job promoting it the way that I should have, but yeah. My meet and greet is later today at 1 p.m. PST, and then it goes to it's a 2-hour block. I don't really know how it actually works because I've never done a meet and greet before. So I'm a little bit nervous, but yeah. Right in the middle of me work shift. No, not in the middle of you work shift. I heard that from somebody else too. I feel so bad. I wish I could have controlled it. But who knows, maybe depending on the success of these, they might decide to do more in the future. No worries, next time? I'm sure there will be a next time. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in the field. Oh! Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. That's probably a 7 out of 10 joke. Probably would have been an 8 if I hadn't heard it before. But I do know that one. Thank you, thank you. Thinking. only form of using a PC cam is on my work laptop, and I refuse to use that for personal needs. That's fair. Luckily, you don't have to have your camera on if you don't want to during the meet and greets. You can, but you don't have to. It's, based on your own personal comfort level. Me personally, I know I wouldn't want to use a webcam either. I would prefer to just be a disembodied voice. I'd be too shy. I went to the repair shop for my bike because I thought something was exhausted, but the mechanic says it was too tired. Mm-hmm. I've heard that one before, too. Although I think that one's more of a 6 out of 10. I feel like there's too many layers. You can't necessarily tell what the full punchline is supposed to be. I barely even turn on my webcam for work calls. No, I feel that. I was like that too. I basically just completely unplugged my webcam because I was so tired of... I didn't want to use it anymore. I was just like, no! Disembodied voice only! Okay. It's gonna be interesting writing something for Alter because I've like written cute stuff for Kaya for Kaya as Kaya. I didn't know how to word that. But this is gonna be my first time writing something for Alter too, and having the two of them interact is going to be, or like play off of each other, I guess, is going to be interesting. What is Saitama's favorite part of the joke? The punchline. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one. Also, that's a good anime pun. But you probably should have said the one punchline. That probably would have boosted it a little bit more. But still quite funny. 7.5 out of 10. If you had said the one punchline, you probably would have gotten a 9. One Punch Man, my beloved. I've never actually watched it. I hear people like it, though. But that was never one that I watched. Although one of my favorite memes came from there, which is, who is this sassy lost child? I think about that one a lot, because that's basically, how I feel about baby Yuno. Gremlin Yuno. One Punch Man, I enjoy the manga, but the season 2 quality killed the anime for me. Really? Interesting. It's kind of a bummer, because I heard a lot of people loved season 1. But I guess there is a point. I didn't really see anyone really talking about season 2. Unfortunate that it must have flopped. They went from Madhouse to JC staff. Do you know that One Punch Man was once a web novel with a bit of a crappy art style, but it got famous for the story? It's just that the author was bad at manga drawing. That would be me, for real. I feel like I could relate to that. I would also have a very famous web novel, but just with really crappy drawings, because I can't draw to save my life. That's still a really cool origin story, though. I am glad that they were able to still get it picked up. can't buy a ticket. Oh yeah, the tickets closed sales 12 hours before the event, and since my event is first, you would have had to buy it before 5 hours ago. Unfortunately, I forgot about that. I forgot. But yeah, not this time. But it's okay. There will probably be a next time. I wouldn't be surprised if there was. I appreciate you wanting to buy a ticket regardless, though. Means a lot. I went to the beekeeper to buy 12 bees, but he gave me 13. The last one was a freebie. That one's cute. I like that. Yeah, I like that one. A freebie. Do you get it? It's because the bee was free, and the term for that is a freebie. Anyway. Good one. Because you explain it. Boo. Stop booing me! I'm hilarious and you just don't want to accept it. Stop booing me! Man. So what if that's true? So you admit it. Want to hear my Riz pickup line next? Yeah, sure. Try your best. I am not very easily rizzed, though. When Strimmer doesn't try to be funny, when Strimmer tries to be funny, it's too real. Help, stop, that's too real. Have you warned your kohai about this? What, warned about how you guys are known to take jokes and run them into the end zone and beyond? They're aware. They're also aware of the potential bullying that could come from chat, depending on what they end up, depending on what you guys end up latching onto. Hopefully, you guys will treat them nicely. I will say though, not to share too much about our interactions with the kohai, but they have also taken to clowning me on a regular basis. So that, I mean, I think they're gonna be fine. if they can bully a senpai so brazenly the way that they do, I think they're gonna be fine. Those little gremlins. Did I hear a new gen? Yes. Next weekend. Next Friday, I believe, is the first day. Yeah, I think it's Friday, Saturday. The next gen, Ephemera, in case you guys didn't know how to pronounce it. Ephemera. Ephemera is going to be debuting. There's going to be 3 on the first day and 3 on the second day. They are cute kids. Even if they bully me, they are cute kids. Even if they bully me. Bullying is how you know chat loves Yuno. Is that what we're calling it now? Someday I will earn your respect. Someday. You're making them sound like kindergartners? Who? Ephemera? Nah. I'm just calling them... Like, they're kids, you know? They are the new kids on the block. You skipped my Riz pickup line. I did see it, but I was shilling my upcoming kohai. I apologize. I'll go back and read it. Is your mom an artist? Because I can tell that she made a masterpiece. 4 out of 10. To be fair, you already said you expected your future kohais to bully you. Yeah, but like, the fact that they actually did it is still a bit... it's still a bit upsetting. You can't necessarily blame me for still being like, oh man. But no, Ephemera are very, very cute kids. I hope that you will treat them kindly. I think they'll be able to look after themselves pretty well. I was about to say pretty fine. That is not proper English. I think they'll be able to look after themselves fine. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Here's mine that I stole. I like my women like I like my Starbucks. Always getting my name wrong. Wait. I mean, that one's funny, but are you okay? Is it odd being both baby and senpai? Yeah. I was talking to Kaya about this while she was working on the Ephemera watermarks, and I was like, it feels so weird being a senpai. Because, like, even though we've known about them for a while, it's still just like, huh. Like, knowing that it's, like, finally happening and you guys are finally getting to meet them is obviously very, very exciting. But, like, it's weird that it's happening. I don't know if I feel like a senpai. Obviously, I do want to be relied on by them as much as possible. But it does feel strange, because, like, this whole time I've just been like, I'm baby, but now I'm no longer going to be baby, technically. It's a very weird feeling. Good job policing Kaya's leaking. I did my best. You are now boss baby? No, I don't want to be boss baby. Man. Were you prepared for this? Yeah, to an extent. We were aware of it at the very least. And I think Lua has said that they have been in the kawaii Slack for a while, so we've like talked to them on and off and like been kind of keeping an eye on them. We've been answering their questions whenever they come to us with like questions about stuff. So like, again, it's something that I've known about, but the fact that it's like finally happening is still a bit surreal. But to say I'm unprepared, it would not be necessarily true. I feel like I'm ready for it. It's just still a surreal feeling. Baby plus senpai equals toddler. I mean, there's a reason that I feel like I'm more the older sister to them. I feel like we are, like, fairly... How do I word this? We feel close to Ephemera, I think. They have been very kind. They're also very fun to talk to. Very silly. They're good girls. I think that you guys will like them. I mean, I'm sure you have already started to like them if you've been paying attention to the stuff they do on Twitter. But I hope that you will be able to enjoy their presence even more in the coming days, obviously, like leading up to their debut and all of that stuff. Give them lots of support. I'm ready for it is what you said to Ron before you adopted them. She brought the adoption papers in and was like, alright, Yuno, we have to be ready for this. There are 6 of them. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready for it. And then we both rolled up our sleeves and we got to signing those documents. Your interactions with them on Twitter has been cute. Yeah, they're good. They're good kids, like I'm saying. I am sure that they will fit in just fine. But no, I'm excited for them. I think you guys will like them quite a bit. But obviously, I mean, I can't control what you do. As someone who is a fellow Dare Demo Daisuki, I understand the idea of wanting to support like everybody as much as you can, but don't let me fall through the cracks too much, okay? I'd still like to be able to see some of you around. To some extent, at least. No, I'm not being possessive. If anything, it will be a higher priority for me to just tell you to go give all of your love and support to everybody else more easily than it would be to ask you to only give it to me. I am not that kind of possessive person. I never have been. It's still surreal to me that I even get like support in general. It feels more in line with my instincts to be like, okay, now I need you to take what you just did here and give it to everybody else. I'm not clingy! Don't even. But no, I know that it's just kind of like a natural way of things. It's just, you know, I like hanging out, so being able to see you guys around still would make me happy. But obviously I do want the other girls to all succeed as well. That's why I told you guys to give Kaya a bunch of support during her donathon yesterday. I was like, please. Please give her even half of the love that you guys have given me ever. Because she also deserves it. And I feel like I'm going to be the same way with the Kohai. I'm going to be hardcore shilling their merch and their big event streams and their covers and... Yeah. I mean, that's also true. I am the one and Oni. So technically, to that extent, I should be the only Oni you watch, right? Right. Once again, for clarification purposes, this is a joke. But no, it would make me happy if you could still support Ephemera, and then you could still support Hanamizuki, and then of course, keep supporting Aonia and Nova more too. Obviously, all of Production Kawaii. As much as you're able to. She means it. I'm shaking and crying. Yuno literally held me captive and said that I'm not allowed to watch Ephemera because she doesn't want me to leave. And I'm just like, no, literally go watch them. I can't think of another better Riz pickup line because you're hard to please. I mean, I did say I was going to be hard to please. That's just how it be out here. But yeah, no, I'm excited for the new girls. I can only say it so many times without giving too much away about what they're like, but they are very, very cute. They're also very, very hardworking. I am sure you guys are going to love their debuts and what they get up to once they fully debut. Are you an Oni? Because you are the only one I see. That's a cute one. I like that one. It still is like a 7.5, but... I'll just give you a copy of a book I recently enjoyed. New book! New book! Give! Give. Give to me. I want. I can't wait to see you invoke senpai powers and they just Uno reverse it. I can't see myself invoking senpai power. I mean, Kaya has tried on multiple occasions already, as you guys have seen on, like, Twitter and stuff. And they still kind of clown her. I feel like... I think it might be a case where the only one that they respect might be Ron. I think they only respect Ron-chan. I think they want to bully us. Are they a great fit already? I mean... I think that what they are planning is really, really good. We haven't talked to them, like, a bunch yet. Like, yeah, they've been in the Slack for a little while, but they've kind of been focused on their debut preparations, so we haven't really gotten to talk to them too frequently. But the times that they have shown up, yeah, I do think that they fit in really well. They get along with everybody. Ron, the most respectable in Hanamizuki. I mean, you're right, because she's my wife and I also deeply respect her, but man... Hearing it said out loud, man... To be fair, Kaya is built different. This is true. Kaya is in a league of her own, I think. Especially when it comes to, like, rolling with the punches of becoming a senpai. I don't know if you guys were there when she was making the watermarks, but when I asked how she felt about becoming a senpai in what feels like such short time, she was like, I feel like I was born to be a senpai. Which is Kaya speak for I was born to have power. Or like what she feels is power. Technically you read it out loud. That's getting into semantics. Please. But no, Kaya is a very friendly person, so I think that Kaya has like interacted with them probably the most directly of us in Hanamizuki, at least. I'm not sure about the other girls. But like partially it was to get to know them and be kind to them and stuff and like offer her assistance and things like that. But then also Kama, she was probably collecting favor from the Kohai too. Do not give Kaya power. I mean, we're trying. But it's bound to happen. The Kohai will, I'm sure, to an extent, respect her. But they already bully me for being short and stuff, so like, it's over. For me, it was over before it even began. I just exist and everyone's like short. I'll probably be able to give more specific details once they actually debut and stuff, but for now, I can't go too much into specifics of how I've been chatting with them, but no, they've been nice. Yes, they tease and bully and they join the other senpai in teasing me, but they're still good girls. Can I ask for girl advice if you're okay with that? Maybe? I don't know if I know that much about girls. But I can try. It's confirmed Yuno's shorter than her Kohai. No! Not really! Height doesn't have anything to do with it. You can still make fun of someone for being short regardless of your own personal height. To be fair, I don't think senpai are immune to being bullied by the Kohai. See Kaya and Reina. I suppose that's true. the shortest in kawaii. We've been over this. I am in the bottom 3, well, currently, of the 10 that are currently active. We have to get confirmation on Ephemera's heights before we can figure out who is joining us in the short side of things. But if we're talking about the current active 10, right? I am in the bottom 3, but I am the tallest of the 3 of us. I think it's me, then she, and then Charlotte. I think. All I know is that I'm the tallest one, and then she and Charlotte are shorter than me. And this is accounting for the Geta being off. If the Geta are on, I'm closer to Nene in height, I think. I'm around the same height as Nene with the Geta on. But with the Geta off, I'm near the bottom 3. But still taller than she and Charlotte. Just gotta hope one of them is an inch tall. Man. So true. I think that's the only way. You know that shoes don't count. They count! They count! Last year was me and my partner's 10-year anniversary. I gave her a life-size penguin plushie. Now I want to give her something different. Any suggestions? She's a kudere and hates me spending too much on her. So it's 11 years, right? I think you should probably go for something more handmade or heartfelt or a unique experience. And like unique experiences don't technically have to be something you spend money on. Like you don't have to get like tickets to a concert or whatever. You could just like take her out for something simple but cute. You could try like making her like a meal, like make like a picnic and then take her out and like eat outside somewhere. I guess it might be a bit too cold though if it's around this season. But like unique experiences are also something that you could do for somebody without it having to be like a thing that you spend money on. Also, could do something like a handwritten letter or like a handmade card or something. Because there's a chance that she might enjoy like more sentimental gifts like that. That's my thought anyway. What else? I don't personally think that money is necessary when it comes to gifting something to someone that you care about, you know? Me personally, I would just as easily enjoy just getting to like spend a lot of quality time with somebody or to just like have a nice little experience together with them, whether it be like something we do at home or like just going out to like a park or something where you don't have to spend money. Little experiences like that can actually go quite a long way and end up being very memorable, more so than like a physical gift, technically. Easy gifts, forget the important days. No! You don't want to do that! That'd be so sad. But still, like, over 10 years, that's really impressive. I think you do eventually reach a point in a relationship where the important days don't necessarily matter anymore. So to that end, being able to, like, quote-unquote forget makes sense. Because you just kind of want to, like, not normalize it. Obviously, you still want to celebrate it. But it becomes less about the material things and more about just, like, the experiences that you have with the person. And I do think that that's a valuable thing to be able to start transitioning to. Because, like, the more time you spend with that person, the less, like, physical gifts will really appeal to them. Because at that point, you've already gotten them, like, a lot of gifts over the time you've been together through, like, Christmas and birthdays and Valentine's and all of that stuff. So, like, it becomes way less about spending money on them like that, and then more about just quality time. Sentimental gifts. Been with her since we were 14 years old. Oh, that's so cute. Well, I hope you guys are able to have a wonderful anniversary. Chat died on screen? Oh no. Why did you guys die? Never mind. Eh? What is happening? Yeah, no, it looks fine to me. It's a little bit slow, but it happens from time to time. You mean this is the first time you've ever told me that it happens? And then now you're just telling me, oh, it's normal. Man. Whatever, let me refresh the chat so that it can behave itself. Apologies, we've vanished into the ether occasionally. Just a habit. Would a picnic work as a scenario for any of Kaya's scripts? No. Again, you guys should know what the prompts for those are. It doesn't fit either. But no, picnics are quite cute. I like them. I remember going to the Maldives and seeing the Sea of Stars. It was quite a memorable moment for me and my friends. In fact, it was the moment we talked to someone to propose to someone there as well. Ah, that's so cute! I am a sucker for, like, starry sky, like, proposal or confession moments in, like, romance anime and, like, otome games and stuff. I really like the stars. I feel like, nighttime aesthetics are very, very romantic. It's probably why I am more of a nighttime oni versus a daytime oni. Don't like the sun. We've been over this. Don't like the sun. But I love the moon and the stars. I could see that being super memorable. I'm kind of jealous. The last time I saw a sky of, like, a lot of stars was, I think, the last time I went camping, which was forever ago. I haven't been camping in a long time. But I miss being able to see a super brightly lit sky with, like, all the stars and stuff. I love stars except for that one stupid giant one. Yeah, that stupid one. That big jerk. Don't like that one. But no, I love starry stuff. I also really like, beaches and ocean views. Love those too. One of the perks of Onigashima being an island. Plenty of beaches. Plenty of chances to look out at the water. Remember seeing the galaxy once while in a forest, could see everything, never left my mind. It leaves an impression on you. Like, I know there are some people who are scared of space, and because of its, like, depth and, like, how it's just completely unfathomable to understand, like, its size. But for me, when I think about it, it doesn't really scare me. It's just kind of, like, it just leaves such an impact. I really like it. Aren't all stars technically huge? It's just that the one we hate is close to us? I suppose so. By a technicality. Well, we can't breathe in space. Well, also what I'm saying is some people are scared of it because they're scared of the idea of there being, like, aliens or other forms of intelligent life. That's the part of it that makes it scary. I mean, true, it's also difficult to breathe, but... The sea is much scarier than space. I kind of agree to an extent. Like, if I had to choose one to be afraid of, I'm not afraid of either. If I had to choose one to be afraid of, though, I think I would probably choose the sea, just because of the idea that, like, it's possible to go, like, so deeply down that you would find stuff that, like, no humans have ever seen for a long time. Like, that's crazy. Meanwhile, space, we just don't know what's there. And I guess the fear is in the lack of knowing, like the lack of knowledge of what could be out there. But to me, that feels less scary. If anything, it's kind of exciting to think about exploring space and finally discovering what's out there. I love those 10 minutes of sunset where it feels like the moon and stars bleed into the sky and you can sense you're in a vast universe. Oh! So you like Twilight. I can agree with that. I really like Twilight. I like the sunset, like, Twilight period, too. It amazes me that we know more about space than the deep sea. It's just because of, like, the pressure, right? Like, the pressure underwater makes it very hard to explore those depths. Meanwhile, with space, we have kind of developed the technology that allows us to explore it. At least within the Milky Way. I do wonder if there will ever be a time where we can travel more beyond the Milky Way and experience, like, everything else in space. Because space is freaking huge. It's giant. So it would be crazy to, like, actually discover things more beyond the Milky Way galaxy. I know there's a planet where it rains diamonds. That's my retirement plan. You're so real for that. Understandable. I get it. I would love to see if there's other intelligent life forms. I would want to learn about, like, other planets, cultures, and stuff.
Thank you so much.
So you like Twilight? I mean, I wouldn't phrase it exactly that way. Thank you, Pointless Speculations, for the $10. I mean, Twilight now has a bad rep because of its association with the book trademark. But Twilight is still a period of time. And that's what I was talking about in this context. I'm too lactose intolerant to go beyond the Milky Way. Wouldn't it actually be better for you to leave the Milky Way, though? Because then you would be away from the milk of the Milky Way. Team Jacob or Team Edward? I was Team Jacob. I think I've said this before. I feel like I have said this multiple times at this point, but I was Team Jacob, and then I regretted it. And then I regretted it hard. But I've said it before, one of the main reasons I liked Jacob was because he had the existing connection with Bella, and I quite like the childhood friends to lovers trope, or just any sort of, like, friends to lovers. I like when there's already an established relationship between the characters, and then the natural evolution of that is to start dating. I like those dynamics. I just didn't see the romance of Edward. Like, I didn't find him appealing when I read the book. Well, that's just me. That's just my opinion. Technically, though, if I had to choose, I think Bella should have just gotten together with one of her human friends. By a technicality, she really shouldn't be with either Edward or Jacob, but because there were only the two teams, I would choose Jacob. Because I think he was the better choice in the end than Edward. Oh yeah, Bella has bad taste. Horrible taste. I don't know, I just think she should have gone for, like, a human friend, or, like, literally any other men in her life. Maybe she just shouldn't have dated in high school. Maybe she should have just focused on developing herself. Do you watch ReZero? I have never watched ReZero. I do not really know anything about it. So I cannot answer that effectively. Apologies. I am not a knower. The sparkly vampire was too eye-catching. I am still constantly wondering how the entirety of the plot of Twilight came about, all because Miss Meyer had a dream of a vampire that sparkled in the sunlight. Like, that scene of the guy, like, sparkling in the sunlight was the literal, like, catalyst that sparked Twilight. That is still insane to me. But it goes to show that, like, dreams can impact, or, like, dreams with, like, lasting impressions like that can be a good jump-off point for writing. I took a whole class about that once, where we had to keep, like, a detailed dream journal and then turn, notable dreams into fiction. And we, like, studied other stories that were, like, known to have come from dreams, and I think we also studied, films where they were based off of dreams, too. Did the vampire use glitter sunblock? I don't remember what the specific reasoning was. She just decided that instead of them burning in the sun, it would just make their skin glitter. Which is, like, insane to me. I don't know what about the dream made it so that she knew it was a vampire. Unless it was, like, part of the dream that he, like, confessed to being a vampire. I don't remember. I only remember that it was a dream sequence. You have any cool examples of books or movies spawning from dreams? Man, it's been a while since I've thought about the courses from that class. I have to think. Man. I wonder if I even have any of those old papers. Man, I wish I could remember. What's some of the stuff that we read? Did he watch the parody of Twilight called Breaking Wind? No, I did not. I actually liked Twilight growing up, so I didn't really like the idea of it being parodied. Let me... I'm trying to see if I can find an example. Oh, okay. Right, I forgot about this. So Frankenstein was actually based off of a nightmare that Mary Shelley had. So Frankenstein was an example.
May the only lights guide you back to me.
For a movie based around dreams, there's Dreams by Akira Kurosawa. It is a great film. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the recommendation. Really? Inspired by the vivid nightmare of Mary Shelley's. At 18 years old, Shelley visited Lord Byron by Lake Geneva in Switzerland during Europe's Year Without Summer. Byron and his guests were indoors around a fire while he suggested they each write a ghost story. One evening, they all had a conversation on the nature of life when Shelley suggested perhaps a corpse could be reanimated. Later that night, following the discussion, she had a vivid waking dream. I saw the pale student of unhallowed arts kneeling beside the thing he had put together. I saw the hideous phantasm of a man sketched out, and then on the working of some powerful engine show signs of life and stir with an uneasy, half-vital motion. Frightful must it be, for supremely frightful would be the effect of any human endeavor to mock the stupendous mechanism of the creator of the world. And that's how she came up with Frankenstein. I remember that one. I remember that was one of the early lessons that we had. A lot of these examples are also kind of nightmares. Catch-22 by Joseph Heller was also a dream sequence of sorts. Twilight. Yep, there's Twilight. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was apparently also a few dream sequences. Vivid dreams or nightmares can both make a great start telling a story. Agreed. That's why I took a whole class on it. And I've always had really vivid dreams that have like super detailed plots to them. So it was really fun to actually take a class that was dedicated to like making something out of the dreams. Did you know early Hulk comics were based on Frankenstein's monster? Really? I didn't know that. Stuart Little was apparently also a dream. E.B. White? We didn't study this one. White recalls being inspired to write Stuart Little after he fell asleep on a train and dreamed of a small character who had the features of a mouse, was nicely dressed, courageous, and questing. It's a very simple starting point, but White had 18 nieces and nephews who were always begging for stories, so he figured that his dreamed-up mouse might make a good protagonist. He began writing about the Mouse Child, the only fictional figure ever to have honored and disturbed my sleep. That's a quote. Stuart Little really is a nightmare if you think about it? No! It's being interpreted as a good dream. I love that movie, but it's kind of messed up the parents adopt a rat over some normal human kids. They just thought he was a charming little guy, and that he deserved to be their son. He was just a charming little lad. I also quite liked Stuart Little, and I remember I liked Stuart Little 2 as a movie as well. I haven't watched them for a long time, though. Speaking of comics, Superman had a forgettable power where he can shoot a mini version of himself from his fingertips. Really? No idea. I had no idea about that. That's crazy. Is Winnie the Pooh based off of a dream? It is not, but I can look up what it was based off of. Winnie the Pooh. Origin? Let me see if it'll tell me anything about it. I know that the character of Christopher Robin was based off of A.A. Milne's son. That's something that I remember. He wrote it about his son primarily. Yeah, it was about his son, and then the characters were based off of his son's stuffed animals. He actually had a stuffed bear named Pooh. And then it became Winnie the Pooh. Oh wait, no, apparently its original name was Edward, and then it just became Pooh Bear later. Now that I have finished the book I was reading, is it okay if I recommend it to you? I will write a bit why in Mallows if that's okay. Yeah, sure! Feel free. I love book recommendations. I will slurp them up. Yum, 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 yum. Edward the Pooh. No, it looks like Pooh, apparently, the young Christopher Robin, like the real life one, so, okay, I'm reading the description right now. So it was various characters inspired by his son's stuffed animals, most notably the bear. Christopher Robin Milne's stuffed bear, originally named Edward, was renamed Winnie after a Canadian black bear named Winnie, which is named after Winnipeg, which was used as a military mascot in World War I and left to London Zoo during the war. The Pooh comes from a swan the young Milne named Pooh. So I guess he combined the name of that swan that he saw that he called a Pooh. And then the Winnie from that bear from the World War I imagery. Apparently. E.H. Shepard illustrated the original Pooh books using his own son's Teddy Growler, a magnificent bear, as the model. Oh. The rest of Christopher Robin Milne's toys, Piglet, Eeyore, Kanga, Roo, and Tigger, were incorporated into the stories, and two more characters, Rabbit and Owl, were created from Milne's imagination. So Rabbit and Owl were made up for the sake of the stories. I guess that's why they're more like teacher-ish figures, and everybody else is kind of more like child-type characters. I don't know how else to explain it, but they needed two characters to be more like responsible, you know? That would explain why Rabbit and Owl are so much more responsible compared to the other characters. Is his name Winnie or Pooh? His name is Winnie the Pooh. That's his full name. It's technically hyphenated. Winnie -the Pooh. But it's shortened to Pooh or Pooh Bear, generally, by the other characters. Rabbit and Owl are basically animals, not stuffed toys. This is true. They are the ones that are most often interpreted as, like, animals. I didn't think about it like that. Everybody else has, like, stuffed animal features. Even Kanga and Roo. Whoa, that just blew my mind. That just blew my mind! That's so cool. I love learning about origins of fictional characters and stories like this. Deep lore dropped. Here you go, more learning. Not only did we learn about genericization today, but we have also learned about the origin of Winnie the Pooh. You're welcome. Never say I don't teach you anything. Okay. I guess I shall leave you with that fun fact of information. Because for now, unfortunately, I have island tasks that I gotta get to. Today is very, very busy. So, I've got to get to my island tasks. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I got literally no work done, but that's fine. Kaya didn't give me a deadline for when these need to be finished. But yeah, it's fine. It happens. I did literally nothing. Too distracted. But I needed this chance to just kind of ramble about miscellaneous things. So I still feel like it was productive. Just productive for me more so than the stuff I need to finish for Kaya. But it's fine. But yeah, so if you happen to buy tickets to my meet and greet, I will see you later in a few hours. If not, I will see members, tier 2 and tier 3 members, during the members only Jackbox. That's at 8 p.m. EST. So, hopefully I'll see you guys there if you are able to make it. I hope you have a good rest of your time zone. And until I see you again, Yunotsu!